Hello, beloveds, and welcome. We're doing the second episode of Awakening and Wellness. I'm Sherry Mosley. I'm an Asian medicine and shamanic and Akashic enlightenment practitioner here in Sausalito, California. I am also an author and a psychic medium. And in this little weekly show, we're just kind of going over topics of ascension, awakening, wellness, body, mind, spirit wellness, and answering your questions. Okay, I get a lot of questions sometimes in the YouTubes or people emailing me, and I was just guided to start doing this little show for you guys. So we'll just do a little check-in. If light language comes through, then I will bring that through, and that may be part of a little bit of the intro topic today. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email those to contact@sherrymosley.com, or if you're already live, we can jump on the live chat and do the questions that way. So I haven't had any previous questions. I'll do a little check here and see if anybody sent anything in. I feel like email is so old school these days since we're all into instant messaging and live chat. So if it comes before, then it does, and if not, not. Okay. Yeah, so no questions emailed. Wonderful. Well, thanks to you who are joining now, and then those that will join later. All right, so we'll just do a little check-in. The weather's great here in California, so I'm pretty high vibe with all the sunshine that's coming in. I know some of you are still in winter where you are, so just sending you a lot of warm, sunny vibes your way. And I've been doing this online class, and I may do a little separate video for this, but I just wanted to share with you a little more information about the light language transmissions. So this would be on the topic of awakening, right? So the light language transmissions that are on this channel are usually through the Council of Light, which there are many, many different councils, and each one kind of has their own higher purposes that I won't get into now. And then I also connect with the Elohim, which are the beings that are connected to the frequencies of form. And I've been learning more about this. And, you know, I tend to usually follow my guidance and go through the experience of whatever is occurring that my higher guides bring me to. And then I get the information when it is time. And I've been doing these transmissions for you for a while, and it has been shown to me in more depth the connection between the lunar cycles and light language. And it's just quite beautiful that if this is more like a Rosicrucian knowledge, or Esoteric Christianity, which would be, you know, ancient Egyptian knowledge, right? And so in that history, there is a connection between the Elohim and there being one of the Elohim on the moon that is basically taking the ancient knowledge that is still on the moon and allowing us to connect with that ancient knowledge. And through that, it's allowing us to stay out of the negative or denser energies that are in what's called the eighth sphere. And this is more, in Rosicrucianism, they consider the denser energies Luciferian or Aramaic. And so through doing the light language transmissions, we are aligning ourselves with this higher frequency of who we are, which we already know. But in conjunction with the lunar cycles, it's just amping that up even more, because the Elohim have a direct connection to working with the moon energies and sending those to us to allow us to align with these original blueprints. So between connecting to the Elohim with the lunar cycles and then the solar, the sun frequencies, right? And this comes into connection with how the Elohim work with the other angelic being group that is just above them on the hierarchy, which is the frequency of movement. and I think they're called the Curiotites angels. I may not be saying that correctly. Um, and these frequencies just help bring these frequencies of form through movement into manifestation, right? So the Elohim have created this physical world that we see and experience, our bodies. And so this is why we're connecting to them, as they are the ones that have the knowledge and the frequencies and the energies to help us shift all of this, which is why we are connecting to them. And again, it's amazing to be able to connect it with the planetary frequency energies as well. There's a lot more information about all of that. If you're really, really into it, you can Google that. So Rudolf Steiner in particular, he brought in a lot of this information, and it's quite similar to, I've spoken of the Voyagers books, which were channeled, oh gosh, I'm not sure when they were channeled, but they are two books that are out there. And that channeled material does have a lot of layover crossovers with a lot of the Rudolf Steiner material. There's just a lot of different language or viewpoints that are used between the two. But I like it when the esoteric ancient knowledge, the stories come through and they have a lot of similarities. So I go to what I'm guided towards, and it's nice when they are overlaying and showing that the core structure is there for the greater connection to who we really are and how this is all coming together in this awakening process that we're going through, and trying to keep ourselves in a state of wellness while we're going through that. There's definitely ups and downs. But the higher frequency you go, the lows have less an impact in terms of your attachment to being in that vibratory state. So I know that some people have been a little all over the map. I think the astrology is a little all over the map lately, or so I've been told. So I hope that you are doing well out there, and I see that some of you are dialing in or coming on live, so welcome. And if you're just joining, if you have any questions, I will start taking your questions now. I just did a little introduction here. So this is what this show is for. It really is for you, and just getting some connection time again in the future. I may open it up to doing a live call and just answering one question and doing some healing work as this show starts to amp up, just so we can get to more people across the board. Not everybody has the time or the means to do a personal session, and so this space is somewhat created for that, as well as those that are new to the awakening and ascension process that is underway at this time. So for those of you that are here, hello and welcome. Thanks for hopping on. And do you have any questions about ascension, maybe the process that you're going through, things that are coming up next for you? Hi, Donna. Hello, when you guys say hello. I'll do a couple other announcements while you think of your questions. The other announcement is, hi, Lindsay, is that I'm starting to put up the information for the retreats that are coming up this year. So the first one is going to actually be in Hawaii in June. So if you missed the Akashic Enlightenment Level 1 and 2 in Oahu, in Kauai last year, it looks like we'll be going to Oahu this year in June. There's a lot of planetary shifts going on in June, so I got assigned to do it in June, and then I saw that there was a lot of astrological shifts occurring then. So if you feel called to do that, I'll be posting the rest of the information for that soon. And then in August, there is the Mount Shasta retreat, which will be doing the higher interdimensional contact, which is super fun. And then in end of September, beginning of October, it'll be the first retreat to Bali. And that will be a Pleidian transmission retreat. Okay, the Pleidians are definitely starting to come in more. So it's exciting times that we're going through in 2020. And I'm starting to coordinate to do some other light language transmissions, connecting to the Lemurians, connecting to the Pleiadians, and then also allowing you to experience your past and other dimensional lives. So these are things that I usually do in personal sessions, and I'm going to start opening up to larger group sessions now to allow more to come through at one time. So like the lunar light language sessions, but going towards another topic area. Hello, everybody. I see everybody's chiming in here. So hi, welcome. Yay, wow, nice. Yes, it is going to be awesome and exciting. So again, if I can't tell who's joining and dropping in or out, but we're here answering questions, from 3 to about 3:30 every Tuesday. I'm coming online here just to do a little check-in, updates, and to answer your questions on Ascension and wellness. And Lee, you were here last week. So many crafts visible and being filmed now. I get so excited. Yeah, it is super exciting. I love them so much, all the little ETs. I get drawn to all these ET movies. I do have a blog, and I post up the movies that are either spirituality related or ET contact related. So if you want to check out some of those, it's on my blog, which is linked to on my website. But anyway, yeah, I was just going to say that the ET movies, they always make me cry because I get so emotional about having contact. It's such a great experience. So questions, will it really be years yet before full disclosure? So full disclosure, it really depends on all of us doing our work, right? It's almost like there has to be a certain percentage of consensus before that can be able to happen. So they know if there's going to be too many people freaking out about full disclosure. So it's really up to us to just keep doing our own individual work with aligning with ourselves, becoming comfortable with this, becoming comfortable with the topic of contact and disclosure about all of that. And the more that we're comfortable with it, the more others become comfortable with it too. Right? It's kind of like a fashion trend, for lack of a better description. Right? It needs to be trendy that hanging out with the aliens is fun. Let's see, Lindsay. So again, yeah, so the time span is really, when humanity is ready. And I feel that us light workers get more assignments to get people through. So looking at the assignments that I'm getting, that it's getting larger, more collective, then I'd say that, we're trying to amp up bringing more people through and more people comfortable with what's going on right now, right? And the world is kind of going through a purge, right? A detox. I don't watch the news, but I hear it can be a little I don't know what the word is, but there's a lot of release, right? As the light comes in, it shines on things that need to be released and seen in the light. And that may be shocking or upsetting for some people, depending where you are at. Lindsay, what are your top wellness tips during these times of extreme energy fluctuations? Well, listen to your body, sometimes we can get in our routines and not want to take a break, and that can be difficult. And it's really a time to check in and see, well, do I need more sleep? Do I need more water? What is it that I am needing? Other tips are definitely to dial in. So either if you're using Akashic Enlightenment or shamanic journeying, whatever you use to connect to your higher guidance, definitely be doing that. I find the light language is quite helpful, even for myself. You know, if there are funky things going on, light language just seems to be a fix-all for everything. I'm, of course, very supportive of Asian medicine, acupuncture, herbal medicine. I find that these are really helpful at keeping our chi in alignment and balance and sustained, as well as our blood. And I know these are more physical elements, and oftentimes we're not talking about that so much in the spiritual community. It's more of the spiritual realm. But Chinese medicine is body, mind, spirit, and if the chi and the blood are tonified and balanced, this helps us keep our spirit in harmony with the body, right? So sometimes you may be feeling really tired or spacey, and this can be when we are almost too much in the energetic space or the physical body is having trouble expanding. So it's either that our subtle bodies need to be able to expand, which the light language helps with that, the readings help, getting your own transmissions through Akashic Enlightenment, shamanic journey, whatever your practice is for allowing those energies to come in. And then on the physical plane, taking the herbal medicine, it really helps, especially, women, we have our menstrual cycles. And so our chi changes so much every week. Our body is so different. So really honoring that process as well. If you need more sleep or more rest, honor that process, okay? And stay in connection and harmony with what's going on with the seasons, right? If it's really warm and sunny out, celebrate that. If it's really cold out, then embrace that and do a little hibernation. In terms of the energies, anything else? Just allow yourself to really dial in and accept what you are feeling and to allow that to come up, maybe not so much getting attached to it, but allowing it to flow through and give you a message. Whether it's, like today I got guided to, go to a little shop and buy a dolphin pen. It ended up being a whale pen. And I ended up at a new sound studio that moved here that is doing a lot of sound healing work, and talking to them about doing a live light language class or session. So again, following those nudges, that inner guidance or that higher guidance that's coming through, that's quite important, because that's what's going to take you on this, what I'm calling the golden path, right? And the golden path is your highest aligned path. And then one thing leads to the next thing leads to the next, and then you're just in the higher vibes, okay? And so when we can surrender to our feelings and allow this higher guidance to come in is when everything just starts really lining up. And then you start accelerating, right? Because there are no more blocks, okay? And this saves, quote, time as well as your chi, right? If we're investing into something that we really don't feel good about, this is going to drain our energy. So really listen to that guidance and that calling and where you're being called to go. I see the camera is still on, but my screen has turned off on my laptop. So I'm going to reset it, and it may close out the live stream. So if it does, I'll try to pop back on. But if it doesn't, I may have to end it here because I can't see your chats. Okay, Mercury retrograde technology, right? Okay, so let me close this and open it again. Oh, it's still going. Nope. The screen keeps popping. Yeah, it's not working right. Okay, let's see if I do that for you. And we'll try to finish the live stream here. See if there's any other questions here. Oh, lovely. Thanks, Lee. Oh, yeah, we love talking about our galactic families. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the light language is always so wonderful. It really, really is. Well, I think these answers are questions for today. And I don't know that I can see you guys right now. Try to, as soon as I open it more, the screen goes blank for me, even though I'm still live for you. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to end it for today. So, thank you for joining, and hopefully the technology will work a little better next time. And, just keep doing your soul work, aligning with yourself in whatever way that you feel guided to. And I really look forward to sharing more of the light language with you moving forward with these new transmissions and these new retreats that are going to be coming up. So I'll post some of those links below in this feed in the description. Okay. So much love, many blessings to all of you. I hope you're enjoying your journey, finding a way to enjoy it, whatever phase you're in. And I will again be here next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, and bring your questions. And I will see you then. Much love, many blessings, and bye for now.